so tell me your the thing that you don't like about men right now.
I told you, for when I feel like they too argumentative, I just say about me, like yourself. I'm like, nigga, I ain't never saying like that. That's why the process, like, nigga, I ain't say you my dog. Why would I? No, you said men. But no, I think that when it comes to accountability, men need to go back to being men. And what I mean by that is, it's like, somebody trying to break in this bitch? Oh, all right. Shit. Yeah, so when men have to understand that we have duties. Take pride in your duties. Don't try to split the responsibility. Don't try to get away from it. Don't try to find women to handle your responsibility for you. Just, go back to taking pride in being a man, or don't complain about the lack of respect that you don't get from a woman.
Facts.
It's not just a financial thing, because if we take money out the equation, it's still roles and it's still duties, it's still responsibilities. Just handle your responsibilities. I don't like the fact that I feel like the modern times that we live in now is, I feel like, man.
Now say that shit, bro.
Improper representation of manhood.
Yeah.
Like, the men that gets the spotlight of what manhood is not even the men that's really in a day-to-day life really carrying it.
That's
like,
true.
Like, you know why I like me and my platform? Because I really am like, I'm not an average person because my mindset not even average.
Yeah.
But I'm an everyday dad. I'm an everyday boyfriend until I become an everyday husband. I argue with my girl. I curse her out. She cursed me out.
You get real shit.
And what I say that to say is, there's more niggas out here living like me than living like what society tries to paint and portray.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
And welcome to the motherfucking Shut Up Sean podcast. And today, I got my guy. My brother, one of my newest brothers, like real shit. Like I actually really fuck with this guy. Like it's not just somebody I'm having on my podcast. Like it's about to be a continuation of all the conversations we've been having all day. Please, without further motherfucking ado, introduce yourself, my nigga.
Oh man, what's going on at the Wolf? You already know, straight out of Philadelphia, kicking it with my guy Sean. You know what I mean, bro? We building,
Let's facts.
Let's build on the conversations we've been having all day.
Big facts, so bad. First of all, what do you do? Like, I know what you do, but tell everybody. Oh, actually, fuck that. This episode was sponsored by Third Leg.
Yes,
Harder,
sir.
faster, stronger, girthier. This is where it's gonna get you. You ever had an argument with your girl for no reason? It's because you didn't take your third leg today. You ever been out in the club and you need that extra push to get you where you need to go? That's because you took that third leg today.
Yeah.
You ever fucked the baddest bitch of your life with the best dick you ever had? Talk about the dick you had when you was 18 and you 34, nigga. That's because you took that third leg. Order now. Third Leg. And this episode is sponsored by Third Leg, so we appreciate you. It's all natural ingredients, mainly with sea moss and elderberry. So please go get your Third Leg natural male enhancement. When I say natural, I mean natural.
So let me ask you real quick before I introduce myself.
What's good, bro?
Is that like a supplement that you add to a particular beverage, or does it create its own beverage, which is water?
We cook it up.
So you know what I'm saying? When you do you just take it straight, or do you?
Oh, no. Yeah, you drink it straight, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, you drink it straight out the flask. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that shit look like a fifth. Mother, that's the old school shit that Paul was drinking in the Temptations.
Facts.
But yeah, man, you already know Man of the Wolf. I'm from Philly. I'm a 2-time published author, the CEO of First Step Marketing. I'm a serial entrepreneur. And man, instead of telling people what I do, I kind of just say, man, what don't I do? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I really got my hands in a lot. I'm very instrumental in helping people just grow and expand. I specialize in marketing. Mm-hmm. I'm a business consultant. I'm a certified relationship coach. But my primary focus right now is just growing my brand, building my businesses. And I still take a handful of clients. Like I work with some in-house shit because I understand this shit on a different level. So why not help the people I fuck with?
Nah, big facts, bro.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, y'all want to tap in with me, just tap in with me.
And that ain't shit what to do. Now, bro, I want you to just first start talking about your book. I think it's your first book, right?
Cheating is not cheating.
Cheating is not cheating.
Uh-huh.
Right? Let's just get into the bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
First of all, explain how you came up with the title, and then tell me about the book.
Yo, so it's crazy. So I'm glad you separated them because it's two separate,
you feel me?
Things. So the title came about. It was initially going to be called something simple. Like I was going to call it something like A War on Love or something because my initial I initially thought about writing a book in 2017 because people would always suggest, "Yo, you need to write a book," but I didn't actually write the book until 2019. I published it in 2020. So when I came up with the title, it kind of was like, it had no title in the beginning. I was just writing. I started talking about relationships. I started talking about cheating and the differences in men and women cheating.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but like this shit gotta kind of like jump off the shelf. Like,
you feel me?
Like when you see a book, the first thing you buy is the title. You
That's
follow what I'm
true.
saying? Like you don't buy the book, you buy the title.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, I'm not gonna act like it was a strategic process that went into it. It just kind of came to me.
Fact.
And I was like, yo, cheating is not cheating. And I'm like, I'm not just saying it. That's a factual statement. So I consider myself to be a modern day philosopher, and I like to introduce concepts or theories or philosophies that could have been toiled around, but not necessarily like explored in a sense.
Nigga.
Like, so it's like for me, when I came up with cheating is not cheating, you've never heard that before.
Yeah.
So that's something that'll live on.
I probably said that shit before.
But probably, you follow me? Probably thought it,
Right.
but I was able to, make it history in a sense
Yeah.
where those will always be affiliated and associated with me. So it was a marketing play. It is a oxymoron and it's a play on words, but it's a factual statement. So I'll explain to you why cheating is not cheating.
Yeah.
Cheating is not cheating. It's not me saying that a cheater is not a cheater.
Yeah.
It's not me saying that cheating is okay. It's not me saying that niggas could do what they want, women can't, women could do what they want, niggas. It's not none of that. Cheat is not cheating because it's subjective and perspective based. Meaning it's no universal definition to say this is cheating and we all agree universally that this is what it is.
Yeah.
You have your definition of cheating, I have mine, the women have theirs, this man has his, and because of that, we can't say cheating is cheating.
Right.
Because you might be okay with certain things that another man is not okay with his woman doing, and vice versa. So the concept of the book is to create communication in that conversation of what do you consider to be cheating?
Yeah.
So that if I understand what your boundaries are, and like this is me speaking to your partner. Like what is my partner's boundaries? What is your partner's boundaries? And I cross those boundaries. Now I'm cheating. But if we say, all right, it's people that's in open relationships.
Yeah.
It's people that's in polygamy, polyamory, all these different variations. A polygynous relationship is not going to work for a monogamous person.
Fact.
So they'll say, oh, you cheating if you're doing X, Y, and Z. So if everybody has their own denomination and identification of what they consider to be cheating, how can we say cheating is cheating? So cheating is not cheating.
Let me ask you a question then. Tell me what you think cheating is.
That's a good question. Cheating to me is lying.
At any fucking point.
About anything. It's not just a physical, sexual thing.
Yeah.
Lying. Want to know why? Because the actual definition of cheating is to lie or deceive to gain an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
So if you lie to me about, say my girl lied to me about the amount of money she has saved up, that's financially cheating. If
Right.
she lied to me about where she's going, she's cheating. If she's lying to me about who and how she's communicating, if asked, that's cheating. Before it even get physical.
Right.
And the same rules apply to me. This is why I say if a man or a woman tells their person that they're going to step out on them, they didn't cheat. They stepped out.
Facts.
Cheating is not the act of fucking around with somebody. It's doing it behind their back. If you tell, I know you ain't gonna tell your fucking fiance this because she'll probably punch you.
Hell no, nigga.
But, Stormy, I'm sorry. If you see this, I'm not advocating for Sean to do this.
Facts.
But if you was to say, yo, Stormy, look, man, I think that I want to explore this opportunity to fuck with this chick.
Yeah.
To her face, she has the opportunity
She
in that
they
moment.
accept it
I'll reject
or not.
it. She could say, I'm not fucking with you no more.
Yeah.
Or, nigga, I'm all right, whatever. But you gave her the opportunity to think for herself. It's cheating when you strip her of that opportunity.
Facts.
And most men tend to do that. They strip women of the opportunity to decide for themselves, which is why men get called cheaters more often, when in reality, I think if it's not equal, women might
No,
cheat
nigga,
more.
it's not equal. Women cheat more.
Yeah, so but again, I would say at worst case, it's
Yeah.
equal. But on average,
I'm gonna tell you why.
why.
I'm gonna tell you why women cheat more.
Go ahead.
Cause they cheating with niggas. And I'm not gonna tell.
Oh, wait, what you mean? Elaborate.
They're if we talk about the physical sense.
Yeah, let's go there.
Right? They are having sex with men. A man not going to be like, bro, I'm coming to you as a man. I've never heard a nigga say that shit before.
Also, so you're more, it's not necessarily the amount. You're saying like just the level and the degree.
No, I think it's the amount and the level and the degree. Like literally, women cheat more, but it's because of who they're cheating with. They're cheating with a person who's not gonna tell. Typically.
No, so that's why they get away with it.
That's why they get away with it,
So
yeah.
I just was saying on my pod, I was just explaining, I'm like, it's just like this, right? I'm from the hood. You're from the hood.
Yeah.
You've probably committed crimes that's probably beyond statute of limitations now, right? So
Allegedly.
I've been to jail for certain shit, so I can talk about the shit I can't go back for, right? So I've committed crimes, but the crimes I got caught for was like this amount. Whereas if I sold, that's hypothetically say, if I sold drugs every single day, but I got locked up 3 times, that didn't negate the fact that I sold drugs
every fucking
1,000
day.
times.
Yeah.
So I feel like because the conversation of women cheating is not a prevalent conversation, because men don't go and have shop talk about being cheated on.
Hell
And
no.
niggas like, yeah, man, let me tell you how this girl just broke my heart, because that's not something more so.
You literally would have to be like I'm coming
that's
to
a
you
very
in
vulnerable-
need.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So because it's not a global topic of men about women, it's not often. It seems like it's not happening. But I made the comparison to say that it still happens every day, because I've been a man that at one point in my life slept with women that
had men.
I wouldn't do it at this age because I see it differently. But as a young boy, 20, 21, 22, oh yeah, I'm fucking your bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So it's like I'm no nigga I'm not about to sit here and, you feel me? So
You know what's crazy?
They get away
too?
with it.
You know what's crazy, bro? I don't think, as a young man, when I was doing that shit, cause I was a professional hoe fucker. Like, I fucked niggas' girlfriends. I was a great side nigga, bro. Like, talk about cape on, nigga, super side, nigga. You know what I'm
Nigga,
saying?
like, what he ain't doing? I got you.
I got you. No, we didn't even talk. We're not even talking about him today. This is your time away. This is vacation, bitch.
Yeah.
But what it did was it fucked me up.
Cause it make you look at you're not gonna trust your situation.
I'm not gonna trust my situation. Little things, like nigga, my girl can accidentally put her phone down.
No, facts.
It just triggers
That
something.
trauma is real. And they don't understand that trauma, but it's for us to work on.
Yeah,
But
yeah, 'cause it's my fault, yeah.
But it's like that shit is real. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Now,
yeah.
I feel like they understand it from their perspective, where they might have got dogged out and they feel like, oh, you gonna do me how he did me. But we got it too, because we was also the ones that was dealing with women that was in situations.
Laughing.
So we don't want to be. It's like we talked about on the pod. We just don't want to get the short end of the stick.
Hell yeah, bro. Bro, for a long time, I wouldn't really commit to a woman. Because I feel like the only way I could be like those lame ass niggas whose girls I was fucking was for me to have a girl.
But but let me say this to you, right? I feel like I'm not lame. So if my girl would decide to cheat on me, that don't make me lame, because I'm not lame.
But you know who you are lame too?
No, I can't be, because
Hold on. You know who you lame too?
go ahead.
The nigga who's fucking your girl.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm not though, because her actions don't define me.
We can't. She's a reflection of.
She's a reflection, right? But that's
Yeah.
only why she's associated with me. I'm lame if I find out he fucking my bitch
And then
I still fuck with her.
I give you that.
If a
Touche.
nigga fuck my bitch and I get rid of her, I'm not lame.
Yeah,
I did what any
that's
nigga
true.
would do. And lame is a nigga that's gonna justify, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to. Now I know it's not black and white, it get gray where depending on the circumstance. I'm not gonna say every nigga that stayed is lame, but we just talking about in the context of what we're saying.
I think we can safely say.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I'm not gonna say every, because some men truly feel like that they didn't do right by their woman and that they are the reason that she cheated on them. That's not justifiable, and I don't agree, but if that's a man's logic, he feel like this go around, I'm gonna try to do my best, right? And then now if he get cheated on while doing his best, now he's gonna feel
But you have to leave. If you find that your girl cheated on you, you have to leave. Even if you want to stay, you have to leave.
It's funny, man, because I be like, the more older we get, the more invested we become. It's like, damn, especially we could dissect some of the chapters in the book too. But it's like, damn, do you leave? But for me, I say I'm leaving regardless, right? But I always try to play like devil's advocate, reverse perspective, like what will make a man stay? But I'm like, no, it's like that's the consequence. You have to leave because it's no restoration.
It's no respect.
It's no respect.
You feel me?
You can't restore that. It's like once that is broken, and it's like, this isn't to say women have to stay. Hey, ladies, y'all watching, do what you want to do.
Well,
no, look.
I think differently on that.
No, I'm not saying they have to stay.
Yeah, baby.
They choose to stay.
They choose to
but
stay.
they act as if because they choose to stay, we have to choose to stay. No. We were both faced with a decision.
Yeah.
You chose to stay. I'm choosing to leave.
But it's different, and I feel like you talk about this in your book.
Go ahead.
It's different when a man cheat and a woman cheat.
We all know that.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And the difference is that he's already at it.
Yeah. You want to boo out and go in the room and get this shit out. Have a podcast.
The fuck was I saying, bro? No, it wasn't you.
Go ahead. You were saying that it's different.
Yeah, it's different because when it comes to men, right? You actually have to getting pussy is an accomplishment. You have to convince a woman to want to have sex with you, and not convincing is enforced. Like she just has to choose.
No, I get.
Like women don't have to do that.
No,
you
yeah.
just walk outside and get dick.
I think even deeper than that, I just think the intent changes everything, and that's a chapter that's in my book. Intent changes everything. Intent. So it's like I always say, like if we walking down a crowded street, right?
Yeah.
You know, a person bump into you. It's crowded. You could clearly see it's crowded. Do you try to fight that person?
No.
Why not?
This is probably an accident.
All right, so we walking down an empty street and a motherfucker bump into you. Do you probably try to fight that person or at least say something?
Am I in Philly?
Yeah, no, you're not in Philly. You out here in Atlanta.
Yeah, all right, bet. I'm in Atlanta?
Yeah. This motherfucker, like this, it's just you and him on the block. It's all this space, but somehow he just give you a shoulder.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna punch that nigga immediately.
Because you're gonna identify it as being intentional.
Yeah.
Right? So I only use that example to say intent changes everything because that shapes the way we view things.
Facts.
So more so what you're saying is we understand that in most cases, not in all cases, their intent when going into cheating is different than our intent.
Yeah.
So because of that, more important than how we arrive there, it's the intent going into it.
Facts.
And I feel like that's the thing that, is a cliche conversation that we often hear and we often have, but that's just really what makes it a difference. We understand, because in my book, I identify cheating by the different degrees and I compare it to murder. There's a difference between manslaughter and capital.
Facts.
You will go to jail for both, which means
But you
both
get
is a
different
crime,
time.
but you're going to get different, there's going to be a different penalty. So it's not to say that a woman can't commit manslaughter. It's just in more cases than not, they commit capital.
If a woman can commit manslaughter, she's broken.
No, so I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
And man, I mean, sometimes it could just be a bucket list joint too. They always wanted to go out. They've been married for 15 years. They wanted to go out of town, out the country, and do some shit they never did before.
Yeah.
They got a fucking list. They did it. It was just an experience. I'm not saying it's okay, but
Facts.
that's identifying as manslaughter the same way a man could do it without the emotional attachment. The capital comes into play when you add the emotions. Because it's like if you're emotionally invested into the situation, like most of the time, if she's cheating on you and she's thinking that this is your potential replacement.
It's going more than likely.
Because she's not going to, they are security minded.
Yeah.
So because they are security minded, they're not going to jump off a ship without another ship to jump on.
Jump onto.
It's not, they don't just jump dick to dick, ship to ship. It has to be some type of perceived value of benefit that's more greater than what they currently have.
I agree.
In order for them to risk it. A nigga don't even evaluate that. A nigga just thinking with his little head, not his big head.
Facts.
So,
it's not even, and then this is what I say a lot of women. Most men don't have had enough opportunities with women to even have built up the fortitude to turn down
some pussy.
Some pussy.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, 70% of men don't have sex with 10 women in their life.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. And most men don't even know how women think or operate.
Huh? Yeah.
Most men don't even know how women think and operate. And most men I've learned, through observation, and I'm a certified relationship coach, and I done taught people that I grew up with how to get chicks.
Yeah.
Most men assume that women have the capacity to think like us and operate like us. So they get confused when women just naturally be women.
Yeah.
Right? Like a woman being in her feelings irritate a man. But it's like, why should it when you know that this is a characteristic that women carry? So it's like, I expect it. Like, you're not going to get mad at a 2-year-old toddler for having a tantrum. And I'm not saying women are 2-year-old toddlers, but at the same time, if they operate off their emotions and they're having a tantrum, this is just what I expect. So I say that to say a lot of men, and another thing, they don't know how to approach women. They don't know how to have conversations with them. They get weird. Some men think you got to be tough to get women.
Yeah.
And this is what I was trying to explain when I was saying women will like you for who you are. Literally, I learned that it's a woman out here for everybody. Gym niggas get bitches.
Yep.
College niggas get bitches.
Yep.
Drug dealing niggas get bitches.
Yep.
Entrepreneur niggas get bitches.
Yep.
Working niggas get bitches.
Yep.
Every man has a woman that's attracted to him. Pastors, this person, they get who aligns with
them pastors getting niggas nowadays.
Pause. But it's like it's a proximity.
Nah, I feel you.
It's an interesting proximity thing. So a woman that's into fitness will 9 times out of 10 like a nigga that's into fitness. Women want to be led. So if the man is a personal trainer, he's directing her, she's going to find attraction to that.
Yeah.
If a woman is an entrepreneur and she goes to a man that's a consultant, he can tell her and navigate through this. I'm not saying that every woman can't have a platonic connection. But I'm saying that most of the time you get bitches in your space of operation.
That's true.
As a man, if you understand that, like if I'm around athletes, right? Because I didn't name athletes get women. I'm drawn. Excuse me, y'all. Strike all the bitches from the record.
Hell no, bitches.
No, because
we can say bitches up here.
I'm personally working on that. I got daughters I'm raising. I don't say the word. I'm not going to show off.
I mean,
I'm on this platform. Because I don't say the word.
So shut up,
I'm
Sean,
showing
now.
off. All right, yeah, I'm showing off.
All right, but hold on. Let me tell you my philosophy on bitches.
Let me say this last thing about athletes.
Touche.
If I'm around a group of athletes, and the women is in the athletes. I'm not saying I can't get women in that environment, but I would understand if the women were flocking more in that direction and not taking it personal. I feel like if you know your audience, you know your target audience and your target market and who and what women is attracted to you, and you cater to who you are and nurture and refine who you are, you get a better quality of women in that field, because literally it's women everywhere. It's women that like rich motherfuckers. It's women that like motherfuckers with a job. It's women that like scammers. So I'm reiterating what I just said, but the fact of the matter is, as a man, you got to know who you are so you know why this woman is not into you. Instead of just niggas will complain about not being qualified. Yeah, because all the women want drug dealers. Or maybe you're just going around women that want drug dealers. If you get in, because if you got a job and the chick at the front desk, the receptionist, whatever, she might have a real crush on you. But you're not paying her no mind because you focus on a chick that ain't looking at you.
And that's what niggas be fucking up.
Tell me your philosophy though.
Oh, on bitches?
Yeah. I already did. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, damn, it fucked me up because I was about to get on that. Yeah.
But I feel like I know where you're going, but I want you to say it.
I feel like it's okay to call women bitches. And I feel like our daughters should know the difference between bitches
and a woman. Understood.
They're two separate things.
I respect that.
Like my I was having a debate with a woman.
I respect the philosophy. I ain't gonna say I respect calling women bitches.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I don't call to them, I refer. Use it as a pronoun.
Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah,
I can understand.
it's a pronoun. Calling them that will be describing their actions. It's an adjective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you're saying you're acting like a bitch, that's an adjective.
That's when you're.
If you're saying you're a bitch, that's not an adjective.
It's not an adjective. It's a pronoun replacing the proper noun. You know what I'm saying? But no, with that, fuck, I forgot what.
My fault, bro.
That's cool. That's how it is all the time. Yeah. But you know what? You got me. I want to write a book.
You should.
I want to co-write a book.
I'll help you.
Yeah.
No, I will.
It's called Pussy's Not Enough.
Yo, and you know what's funny? I like that philosophy because in most cases, women tend to think that all they gotta bring is the box.
It's both. So I want to have a man's section. Like half the book is for men, half the book is for women. Because men and women gonna read both sides.
Yeah, 100%.
See what we're saying to it, right? But the thing is, right? For women, of course, pussy is not enough. You have to provide other qualities and shit like that. But for men, bro, pussy is not enough.
Like that's not. You gotta think higher. You gotta
have to think higher.
Yeah, and that just comes to men needing to know themselves. Like you gotta. That's why you gotta do. That's why my second book, The Art of Accountability. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But men gotta know themselves. But in cheating and not cheating, I talk more than just one of my favorite things that I discuss and I break down psychologically in there is pride and ego. Mm-hmm. So like pride and ego in more relationships than cheating ever could.
Yeah.
People think that it's cheating because that's just the headline to the story that most people don't read past. The end result was being cheated on.
Yeah.
What led up to that? What about this person's ego drove them to cheat? What about this person's pride drove them to not be accepting of it? What about this person's pride drove them to cheat?
Yeah.
And what about understanding a woman's pride and how it operates and how women operate more from pride than men?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how, and I'm gonna explain why.
That's real shit.
Like a woman, you will have to pull teeth to get her to apologize. Even if she's dead wrong, she's gonna follow that apology with a but. And she's going to justify everything she did to tell you why she's apologizing, but why she felt like she's not wrong. Whereas though a man don't mind kissing his girl ass. I'm wrong. Oh, fuck, I'm coming in with flowers. I'm doing whatever I got to do. Because I'm wrong. It's like, it don't cost me nothing to kiss my girl ass. Whereas though I feel like women nowadays do have egos, but most of the time a woman don't really have to operate out of an ego. Like a woman would be perfectly fine with having a top nigga and and being associated
and being in the background.
You know, whereas though a man is something, it's just genetically in us to have to thrive off our ego. Now having a weak ego is somebody who has an insecure ego. But a strong ego just having a sense of purpose. Like, you know, I feel like I'm the man.
That nigga.
I'm that. So I say that to say most of the time women try to destroy a man's ego and men get mad at a woman for being prideful. But if you understand how it functions in reverse too, like when is a woman operating out of her, what I like to call a she-go, when she's operating out of her she-go, and when a man is operating from his pride. Because a man's pride gets activated when a woman try to help him. he ain't got the money. He don't want to ask her. He carrying something heavy. He don't want to look weak. You feel what I'm saying? He can't figure it out. He don't want to go to his woman. She might feel like, but that's what I'm here for. But a man's pride is not going to allow him because he understands that it's not about being vulnerable when it's like, yeah, babe, I'm overwhelmed. It's about being vulnerable and looking like I'm incapable of coming up with a solution. So how can you trust me to lead you? That's the fine line. Whereas though when a woman ego come into play is when she wants you to kiss her ass. Like she's like, oh, I'm getting all this attention from all these niggas. You supposed to view me how they view me. I'm the boss at work. So when I come home, you supposed to do what I say because I'm smart. That's when she's operating out of ego. Most men don't want to tolerate that. So I feel like a woman really can't deal with a man being too prideful. A man can't deal with a woman in ego.
And you know what? I think.
But if we reverse it, last thing I'm gonna say, if we reverse it, and if a woman respects a man's ego without trying to destroy it, and a man can work to nurture a woman's pride without trying to, because the pride could be a good thing if it's about standing on purpose. Not standing on bullshit. Then it's like you being overly prideful. Now you're allowing your past to control your future, and we can't live like that. But go ahead.
That's facts. I think that why a lot of women who are very successful, they develop ego.
1,000,000%.
And
100,000,000%.
And I don't think that I think that women, and that harms them from being able to find the man that they like. 100%. Because a man who's just as successful as you is not tolerating your ego.
So that's the thing. And that's so funny you say that, right? Because I was having a conversation with a girl. I don't know if we was on live or if we was like on a pod. But I was basically saying like, you know, the more successful women become, and I felt like I mentioned it to Stormy as well, the more successful women become, the slimmer the dating pool is because of what they were exposed to. And that's not a bad thing. It's like more so the thing, like you said, like the way it is, like if a woman meet a man on her level, she's still gonna feel below him because if that's the level that he's at and she's at, then the natural order of I'm the man, you're the woman, is gonna take its course. But if she meet a man below her, she's not gonna feel like he's on her level, so she's gonna expect him to praise her.
I'm gonna tell you where it gets fucked up at. Because now those women, and I notice this shit a lot, especially in Atlanta, those women stop understanding what makes them attractive to men.
No, 100%. Then they say men are intimidated. And the thing is,
no man is intimidated by women.
Men are not intimidated by successful women at all. Men just understand that what he just explained, essentially. Is the absence of, because if you make more money than your man, right? And you allow him to still feel like the man. And when I say feel like the man, I'm just saying allow him to still solve problems, still respect him, don't make money the topic, don't throw it in his face. Your success will never matter. Why? Because we're not attracted to you for your success.
Nope. I've never seen a woman and looked at her Benz and was like, damn, that bitch is bad. You know what I'm saying?
Because we still men at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So it's like, now y'all attract, and I'm speaking to the ladies when I say this respectfully, y'all attract men who depend on y'all because y'all present yourselves as providers.
And a provider typically
attracts somebody
who needs to be provided for.
So if you want to be provided for, you have to learn how to allow yourself to be provided for. That's one of the things that my girl had to learn because she was used to paying her own bills. She meet me, I pay all the bills, I do this, I do that. She started to feel like she was invaluable, and I'm like, your value is not in your financial contribution.
Exactly.
Your value is in your contribution to
I don't even want you to do that.
I don't care for it.
You know, my girl makes way more money than me at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you still do what you do.
I still do what I do. And I feel like I have to, not anything that has anything to do with her, because I would do it for any woman I felt how I feel about her with. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that I even more have to do it now because I can't allow you to feel masculine in any sense.
So is that pride?
For me? I believe it's ego.
Ego.
I believe it's ego because it's not a negative thing to me. It just drives me to go harder and find better solutions.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it as a negative thing. It's not negative to me because if I fuck up, I'm just going to be like, hey, baby, I don't got it.
I think that's another thing. I feel like there's so many misconceptions. I feel like, I don't want to be the two guys on a podcast talking about this and that, like the same repetitive conversations, but there's so many misconceptions where I feel like if the women don't understand a man's actions, they automatically deem it to be negative or toxic or this. And it's like, nah, because y'all are gauging what we do based on y'all understanding of what y'all would do if y'all were us. And we don't operate like that. So everything that we do is not derived from negativity, anger, animosity, jealousy, insecurity. We don't have that amount of emotions that we function through. we can get enraged, we can get mad, but most of the time we are operating from logic and neutrality and just being able to see a situation for what it is.
Yeah.
So sometimes like a woman might say, oh, a man don't want to deal with a woman that's got more money than him because he can't handle it. No, not being able to handle something and not being willing to tolerate something is two different things. I can handle it, but
who wants to tolerate? I don't want to tolerate no fucking
I'll
woman.
give them an example, right? And my favorite analogy when communicating to women and trying to make them understand our perspective is when they are mothers, right? I say, how would you feel if your child, not saying that women are our children, but when you're in a provisionary role and when you're in a protecting role, a woman wants to protect and provide for her kid. So that's the only time they can understand our role is if they have to protect and provide for somebody other than themselves. Other than that, they are being provided for. So let me go all the way in on it. It's like if in most cases you're the one being taken care of, you can easily develop an aura of entitlement, right? And then when you don't get your way and you got to do for yourself, you can easily develop an aura of selfishness.
That's true.
But when you become a mom, it's no longer about you. You now have to take care of something outside of you, and you'll do whatever it takes to make sure that person is okay, which means you're going to tell them they can't go certain places, they can't wear certain things, they can't do certain things. If they do certain things, it's a reflection of you and how people view you. And none of that feels like control because you feel like I'm the mom.
I'm doing what I think is best to get the best possible outcome.
So when a man is a protector and a provider, he's not the dad, and the dynamic is still the same of I'm doing what I see is best for you. So to tie it all full circle, when I say I always put it in perspective, it's like, I say this to my girl. I say, look, right? Say because my girl got a daughter, so I got a stepdaughter. I said, say if she saved up, I give her allowance now for her doing her chores. Say if she saved up $100 from her allowance, right? And you need to pay your phone bill. You don't have the money, and she give you the $100. Would you take it? She said, no. I said, why not? She said, because I wouldn't want to take from my child. I said, well, that's how men feel about taking from their woman.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You follow what I'm saying? Like, we're not saying that we're not grateful and appreciative that you're offering. We're saying that we know how hard you work for yours, so we would rather figure it out the same way you would do for your kid.
Exactly.
So for the men out there, and for the women out there that's watching, if you're a mother, you understand what I'm saying because you know the depths you'll go to protect your child, and you will never look at it like control. And you know you got to have some hard conversations and make some hard decisions, and you understand that if your child was talking to you disrespectfully, you would feel like, how you talking to me like this, and I'm the one that's buying you shit, I'm the one that's willing to lay my life on the line for you, I'm the one that's willing to go to the end of the earth to make sure you okay, and you gonna talk to me like this? Ladies, that's how men feel when y'all talk to us like that. Not saying I get talked to disrespectfully, I say, because my girl, if I'm having this conversation explaining, then you got to know my household got some order to it. But the fact of the matter is, for the men who don't have order, I'm speaking on behalf of that. This is how men are feeling. So when y'all misidentify our actions because y'all don't understand it, the best way to put yourself in our shoes is to think about mother and child role, and not the fact that you're the mom and they're the child, but just the provision and the protection aspect, and then you'll be able to wholeheartedly understand what men is talking about.
All right, now let's pivot. Because like you said, I don't want to be the two guys on the podcast who's always talking about the same thing.
Yeah, because I feel like we got some substance, bro. You're smart. You're a genius, bro.
You know
You're
what I'm saying?
Dude, bro.
Bro, you're a genius, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, real shit.
Yeah, so, you know, like, that was a good, how long was that? How many minutes of that did we give him? 30?
Yeah, it's about 30. It's about 30.
All right, it's perfect.
So let's
pivot.
Let's pivot. Let's talk about the men. Because I honestly, and I don't do this often because I'm an advocate for men.
Yeah, I was big, and I was saying I'm manimist.
I'm a manimist, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, no, let me not say that shit. They're going to cook us for that.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, we got a lot of shit to get together.
Yeah.
And
talk about it.
I'll say my biggest gripe against men, especially black men right now, and then you give me yours. And we'll talk about mine, and then you give me yours, and we'll bounce it back. Pause. That's wild. Hold on.
I ain't even hear what you said.
Cool.
Don't even repeat it. It's
good.
I hear
yeah, I might cut the shit out.
Do your thing, 21. Do your thing.
But all right, bet. Nah, real shit. The thing that bothers me about men today is feminization and accountability.
Let's talk. The Art of Accountability, my second book.
You know what I'm saying? Accountability right now is at an all-time low for men and women, but right now we're going to specifically talk about men. I was having a debate with my little cousin, and he was telling me shit, and, you know, he be telling me things he going through, and I ain't going to put his business out there, you know, but he was telling me something he was going to, and I looked at him, and I was like, nigga, it's your fault. But he was like, why is this my fault? This person did this, and they made me feel, and they blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, first of all, nigga, when we having a conversation, don't you ever fucking tell me how you feel. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You have a choice. Everything in life that you've gotten that has been negative has been a result of the actions and the choices that you took.
No, that's a fact.
You literally have a choice in everything. If your girl is cheating on you right now, if your girl is mistreating you, nigga, that's your fault. The reason being is because you're the man who chose this particular woman.
No, that's a fact.
I don't give a fuck if it was good for 3 years, then she just pivoted one day. It is incumbent upon you to have discernment to pick a woman who doesn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a part of effective leadership.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to work on yourself as a man first before picking your woman.
Exactly.
You got to know all of your strengths and your weaknesses so you can fill a woman that fill the gaps, not one that you got to try to. Now, again, I always talk about programming.
Yeah.
You don't have to teach a woman how to be a woman.
Yeah, no.
You got to teach a woman how to be your woman. And that's just programming.
Oh, yeah, say that one again. Hold on now. God damn.
Yeah. You don't have to teach a woman how to be a woman, but as a leader, you have to teach a woman how to be your woman. You have to make sure that she understands how your program operates. If she worked at motherfucking McDonald's and, it was ba-da-ba-ba-ba, when she, and I'm loving it, when she got the motherfucking Burger King or whatever, it was have it your way or whatever the case may be. But when she got to Chick-fil-A, it was thank you, my pleasure. Every man has a program.
Facts.
You can't work at Chick-fil-A operating on McDonald's programming.
You guys gonna be out of there.
So as the manager, essentially, as the leader, you have to essentially train your woman to not disrespect you. Not train like a dog, but you have to.
No. Fuck that. We're not coddling feelings.
No, it's not even a feeling.
It literally is training like a dog because training has a definition. And you train dogs, you train humans, we train each other. We even train each other on how to deal with each other.
Because women train men. You're right. So I'll give it that, right? So you have to literally train and aid her to develop into the woman you need her to be. And you got to have grace and patience through the process. So she has to have a clear understanding of what the consequences are to disrespecting you.
Yeah.
And the consequences cannot be abuse, whether verbally or physically.
No.
The consequences have to be removing yourself.
Yes.
And you got to be adamant about, listen, a lot of the things you do will not bother me. I tell my girl all the time, I'm not going to leave you for another woman. I will leave you for lack of appreciation, lack of respect. What else? It was like a couple things. It's a little lost to me because I've been up all day. But some of the things I make sure she understands is like me leaving would never be for another woman.
Facts.
It'll always be for you do. Oh, you cheat on me, you disrespect me, you don't appreciate me. Those are the things that I would leave you for. It's a bottom line. Anything in between her little moments, I let her be a woman. You know what I mean? I let her operate fully in her femininity. She's allowed to cry. She's allowed to nag. Because I feel like men have lost patience with women where they think, remember I said sometimes men think that women are supposed to operate like us, where they think like, if I just stop, if I do all of this, she ain't gonna nag. Nigga, yes she is.
You know why I think that is?
I know why, but I know why I think it is, but you can tell me why you think it is.
Relationships have become really transactional.
All right, we're gonna pivot. We're gonna talk on that, but I'm gonna tell you why. It's because, so women are gonna nag, and we have to understand that because women are problem causers, men are problem solvers. Am I saying that women can't solve problems? No. I'm saying that naturally they view things in a problematic sense.
Yeah.
If there's nothing wrong with themselves, do you think I'm fat? Do you think I need to do? They're naturally going to find a problem. And as a man, we're naturally going to find a solution. And that's what gives us that dynamic. They feel comfortable when they could come to us for that. We feel empowered when they do.
When we solve it.
When we solve it. So it's a great thing. A lot of men have lost patience with that. They feel like a woman should just know. Like, why are you crying about it? It's like, dog, the same, like, if your daughter cries because she got a fucking boo-boo, you gonna pick her up and kiss her.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You gotta, it's like women are not children, but you almost have to identify how to nurture them in that way from a dad parental perspective, where you be soft, you be graceful, you be patient, and you like, some men just think, yo, man, she a grown-ass woman. If she dealt with 20 niggas, she should know that the 21st one was a clown. No, it don't work like that. If a woman's seen 20 fake Rolexes, she's going to pick the best fake one. She's not going to know what a real Rolex look like until she meets and sees a real Rolex. And then when she see a real Rolex, she can now identify that all the rest of them watches was fake. That's how it is when they get with a real man. They have no idea what a real man is until they experience one. And when they do, they now know that every other person was not authentic. And the fucked up part about being a real man in this predicament is we often have to deal with the collateral damage of all the fucked up shit that happened.
And you know what I tell men?
That's the most fucked up part. But we got to be patient, man.
One of the biggest advice I give men based on that is don't deal with women who aren't healed.
But the thing is, to your point, right? I would say don't deal with women who aren't self-aware. Because I think healing is a journey, and I think that you have to guide them down it. My girl thought she was healed until she met me, and now everything that she was afraid of, I am. Women are highly attracted to me. I'm extremely successful. I'm extremely smart. She see what I do for her. I take care of her. I take care of my stepdaughter. I take care of the responsibility. I'm a man.
Yeah.
And she understand that other women want that. So it triggers her that I gotta travel. It triggers her that I gotta work with women. And she thought that she was fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say she's insecure, but it triggers her to know that women
it's
will
little small things. You get the text, you know what I'm saying? You get the random calls.
So
it's little things.
But I am such a man to where I'm like, listen, you gotta trust me. You gotta let me show you that I'm not who I say I am. Let me fuck up. You're not going to put me on probation for a crime I ain't commit.
Bro,
I don't lie to you.
Imagine how it is for me. And you see who I be with.
Yeah.
With finesse.
No.
You know how much programming I had to put into that? Like, yo, I'm me.
I'm my own man.
I'm my own man.
But
just because this is happening, allegedly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But that don't mean it got done. But even on my way down here, I said, listen, man, I don't give a fuck if I'm with my homie, because my homie I'm down with now, he's single, so he can do what the fuck he want.
Yeah.
I'm not single. That man go out, he can go fuck a stripper, a prostitute, or he can go have a threesome with the 3 baddest chicks out here.
Yeah.
I don't got it I'm my own person. And if I so choose to have ever did something to affect what I got going on,
I'm going to stand on it.
I have to stand on it because
that's
what a man is. But getting back to it, I feel like men have lost patience, and then I feel like men have become too reactive emotionally. And what I mean is, it's like, what I noticed even on my videos that go viral, right? I make a point, the men agree, the women don't in certain instances. Not that what I'm saying is not right, because they just don't like it. If 1,000 men say that this is accurate about men, it's like, and a woman say, oh, that's wrong, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like the men are going in there to say that's because you a dumb, broke, bald-headed black chick that's single with no. It's like they.
You can't do that, man.
Like, bro.
It's trolling is fun. Huh?
No, do you think?
Trolling is fun. Like I've had my troll times. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking shut up, Sean.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, you cannot argue with the woman. I hate arguing with women.
That was my point I was about to make.
Like, I literally hate arguing. Like, there's no point, because I'm not. You can't affect me emotionally.
But that's.
I've been shot, stabbed, and hit by a car, nigga.
Let's stay in that.
With the real life.
Let's stay in that realm. You lose the argument the moment you get emotional.
Exactly.
Because you can win with logic. Literally, when my girl gets like loud, now I'm not gonna say I don't get passionate in a conversation. I would yell, but it's not about your volume. It's about what you're saying.
What you're saying.
Because I'm like, I fucking love you.
No. It's about the intent.
No, because they don't receive that. They hear the tone of voice. I'm gonna keep it a bean. We know our intent.
I hate that. No. I'm saying the intent as in being emotional.
Oh yeah.
Like if you are not intending to be sound and logical.
So that's passion.
That's what I meant by that. Yeah, that's passion.
Yeah. So it's okay to be passionate.
It's okay.
Like if you like, yo, if I keep telling you I fucking love you and you don't understand, that's passion talking. Yeah. But if you like, bitch, you're emotional now.
Yeah.
And you won't win those arguments because now you're on her field. See, I win logically. When my girl try to deviate and move the goalpost, I stay exactly where it's at.
You know the best way
I hear where you at, but this is what we're talking about.
Role reversal. Just like how you did, I do it every time. I'll be like, all right, well, imagine if I did X, and X. Then you see that sour ass look on their face.
And it's like, damn, this nigga kind of speaking facts.
You feel
me?
Then
they still find a way to reverse it.
Yeah.
For that 1 second,
you gotta know what you want.
Yeah,
you gotta know what you want.
She heard me. That 1 second, I got heard. I got my shit off.
If when they switch the entire conversation, oh yeah, I'm good. I won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, but that's going back to it. Is like, man, y'all gotta be. We men, so we have the ability and the capacity to not operate in our emotions.
Fact.
So if you feel like a woman is disrespecting you, they're
leave.
That's the end all be all.
Yeah.
But in that particular moment, slow the conversation down and express that you feel disrespected and you're not going to tolerate it, so you're going to end the conversation. Yeah. So I say, look, man, we're not doing this. I don't like how you talking to me. And before I sit here and go back and forth and be disrespectful to you, I'm gonna just go ahead and shut this down. We can revisit that another time.
Facts.
And she might, no, because I'm trying to. I'm
gonna laugh and walk the fuck away.
I'm not on that. So like shutting down is self-control.
Yeah.
That's self-discipline. Because most men, see, women want to get into the piss and we're not all, but I'm saying in that particular moment, they want to bring you where they at. I'm not coming to help.
A lot of times sometimes they just want just the stimulation.
100%. Just to know they can get that reaction.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, that's another thing, man. As men, y'all got to understand why not to operate out of your emotions, because when we talk about programming, you program your girl how to respect you, but you also program her how to disrespect you.
That's true.
Because what you most likely are to react to is what she's going to play on when she wants to get a reaction.
And you have to stop telling women, like you said, you're programming them by that. Stop telling women your problems. Stop telling women your and it sounds fucked up, but your girl shouldn't know your most vulnerable, deepest hurts and
You know,
sensation.
my girl had a nerve to ask me that. I started laughing like,
I'm not telling you.
I'm your safe space.
You're gonna use it against me.
Unintentionally.
It happened. Yeah.
Unintentionally, but intentionally.
Yeah, because if I have a weakness, if me and you are going at it, and I know your weakness, I'm attacking your fucking weakness.
Yes, it's just a strategy.
It's just a strategy of fucking war.
And when relationships become war, that's what the strategy is. And the part about being a man is just understanding, like, I always tell my girl, yes, I get triggered. Yes, I have trauma, but I'm not going to allow my traumas to affect you. And that's be my main thing with her. I say, I don't have to tiptoe around you. I don't have to, like, if I didn't do nothing to you, I can be very conscious of what I do to trigger you, but I don't have to be punished behind your triggers for something I never did.
That's true.
So because you might have dealt with somebody that might have went out of town and cheated on you, don't mean you get to punish me every time I go out of town because you think I'm gonna do what they did.
Oh, I won't deal with that.
I'm my own person.
Like no, literally, and that's why I really love my girl. Like, baby, I love you. I love my girl because, like, we had certain understandings and we actually sat there and talked about, like, and we both Tauruses.
Yeah.
So we got, like, a lot of the same triggers and shit. So you fit? Oh, you a Taurus too, bro? Oh shit, my nigga. I'm fucking April 29th. But nah, we actually really had these conversations like, hey, this is one thing I'm not dealing with.
Yeah.
You cannot compare me or treat me any way because of what another man did.
So let me say this to you, right? My girl never compared me to another man. That's what I love about her. Like, she never was that, right? Never. But it's going to show up. She's not even conscious that she's doing it.
I need you to be conscious.
No, I'm gonna tell you why though. This is another part about being a leader. And just, that's like if somebody got something on their face.
Yeah.
If they not walking around with a fucking mirror, bro, they can't.
They will
see
never
it.
know. Right,
you gotta tell them and make them identify. Look, you have something green in your teeth. I'm not telling you this to attack you. I'm not telling you this to hurt your feelings. I'm not telling you this to say your smile is fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this because I want you to go get it out your teeth because it's affecting your smile.
Facts.
You follow what I'm saying? And that's what it is to shape and mold and groom your woman. So it's good if you can have that conversation and they conscious of it and just be like, oh, all right, yeah, I ain't gonna let my trauma affect you. But when that shit is deep rooted and it's like some real abuse back there and it's like years and years, that shit really requires self-work and professional help.
But that's why I tell dudes, I might be wrong, but I be, like I said earlier, I think about the most effective way to get the best results.
100% optimization.
I don't think men should deal with women who went through heavy trauma and abuse. And that shit sounds crazy.
No, I get it.
But this is why you can't fix that.
No, so again, that's why I said they gotta be healing because they gotta be on, like if they are self-aware and they can identify that they're fucked up, that's the first step, right?
Yeah, that's
Then
true.
if they take the necessary steps to become whole again, they experiences shape them. So I'm kind of glad of what my girl went through. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Because the fucked up thing about it is why I kind of got with her, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it showed me that she has the capacity to endure hardship.
Okay.
So am I saying that I'm gonna put her through hardship? No, because hardship look different. That season of her being, I'm not gonna speak on her past. That season, what she went through was that season. I'm not gonna put you through that. But that don't mean we're not gonna have our own hardships.
Yeah.
That look different. So because I see you have the capacity to deal with it, it's like having experience. I would much rather have her have emotional trauma experience than a bunch of sexual experience. Not saying I don't want her to be sexually
That's a good, no.
But I'd rather, she has to have experience. And I'd rather it come from her dealing with a 10-year relationship or a 6-year relationship that came with trauma and arguments and eviction.
Fact.
Cheating and this and that. Because I know that if we have she showed me that she can thug it out. That don't mean, it's just about thugging it out for the right man.
That's real
because
shit.
I'm not always where I want to be. So I need her to have patience with me in this process
That's true.
too.
Vice versa.
As long
I agree with that.
as she's not, like my girl don't emasculate me.
Yeah.
My girl, like her, what I consider her to do that's disrespectful is literally just what all women do.
Just run their mouth a little bit.
Shut the fuck up sometimes.
Yeah, just run their mouth a little bit.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro, and I'm glad, bro, I don't deal with half the shit I feel like men deal with. Like, I don't have to worry about cheating. I don't be emasculated. But like you said, the only thing sometimes be like, yo, bro, shut up. Why are you asking me this particular question? What's your goal? Like, what's the goal here?
Yeah. No, you know what's funny? Because that's my favorite. Like, it's like, what's the point? Like, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
And a lot of it but again, you got to look at this shit as a man in a relationship, right? I look at this shit differently. You got to really look at this shit like a game. And in the game, you got to understand your role in the game.
Yeah.
And you're going to play different roles. Like, you got to understand when you're the coach. You got to understand when you're the player. You got to understand, when you're the team assistant.
Facts.
When the water. You got to understand all of your roles so that you never get out of character.
That's true.
And what I mean is like, so when we get to certain things where it's like, understand like, all right, in this particular instance, where the fuck is this going, right? It's like, all right, I'm going to re-navigate the conversation because I'm going to take a more of a head coach position where it's like,
Facts.
we're going nowhere.
I'm seeing
you don't see the bigger picture.
I'm seeing the play right now be
And you
fucked
don't
up.
see it.
I'm looking like, what the fuck did you intend on
I'm not even
doing?
explaining myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to just do it and you're going to have to see what my results. Because one thing that my girl would say, she'd be like, man, this man do everything he say he going to do.
Yeah.
And I had to fight with that in the beginning. They don't trust niggas.
Nah, facts.
Like, and it's like, could you blame them? Think about it from their perspective. They got a hyper protective nature. They got a hyper need for security and stability. We don't. We are adventurers. We are risk takers.
Yeah.
So we can't understand their need for certain reassurances because we just feel like if I tell you I love you, I fucking love you.
I fucking love you.
Why the fuck?
I'm
like
here.
my girl dead ass will probably ask me at the fucking altar, am I sure?
Yeah.
The fuck you mean am I sure? I asked you to marry me.
The fucking point of this
Fuck you
question.
I just paid for this way. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And like when you think about it, they all could agree because they all would do that shit. Because somewhere deep down inside, they all feel like if you're a good man, they feel like they're not enough sometimes. And it's not to say that when I say not enough, it's not a. This is why they fight to be financially equal. This is why they fight to have equal say so. Because to them, they're trying to figure out why they feel like they're not enough.
Yeah.
But it's an internal thing, no different than if it was in reverse. If a man is fucking tearing down a woman because she make more money than him and she, oh yeah, bitch, you would never be nothing without me because he's trying to feel like enough.
Enough.
And
yeah.
if you
But
could
that
just
makes
make
you a bitch.
But hear me, if you could just make your woman feel like she's enough, whatever
Yeah.
she do, like my girl wasn't working for a whole year. She lost her job. And I paid every single thing. She wasn't used to that shit. She was forced. My girl was such a fucking hyper independent woman. God forced her to rely on me. She lost her job. She lost her job. I started paying her rent and my rent.
Yeah.
I started paying her car note. Now,
How long was y'all together?
I started that shit. I started that shit before. I probably the first month or two I was being in a relationship.
Damn.
My girl moved in with me 4 months into the relationship.
That's not, I don't feel that as bad.
I'm gonna tell you, no, listen.
Yeah.
But it was like we always talk about. It wasn't like something where I set out like, oh, I'm gonna move you in. But I always talk about the type
The
of provider I am.
circumstances.
It was the circumstance.
Yeah.
I was showing her that I got your back. You follow what I'm saying? So it's like, hold on, real quick. Let me make the point. Let me land the plane. Cause let me just say a pet peeve of mine. When I'm trying to land a plane, I gotta stay focused. I lose the thought. But all in all, cause I hop into my third world zone and I really get in my bag. But ultimately though, basically what I was saying was, in that 3 months, within that first 3 months, she lose her job. It's so funny how and I know she's gonna be mad as fuck. And no, she not. We talk about it. She don't care. She would have been mad a year ago.
Facts.
Cause she got everything back now. But at the time, we got into an argument just before. Y'all want to know one of the reasons I even got with her because I liked how we argued. We didn't argue disrespectfully, but I seen that we can fuss and feud
And debate.
and stay together.
Yeah.
So that attracted me. Not that I'm toxic, but it was just weird. It was just like a thing where it's like, all right, I see that we can resolve conflict. If you're a man out there, if you don't see how you and a woman handle conflict, you'll never know who you're really dealing with.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that early. So I liked that. So one day we get into an argument. So I go to send flowers to her job, and the flower man like, yo, they say she don't work here. I'm like, what?
Oh, shit.
So I call her, mind you, we're not speaking. Where you at? I'm home. Fuck is you doing home? I got laid off. I'm like, what, yo? So I don't want to tell her that I tried to send flowers spontaneously up to the job. So she's like, I'm not feeling it myself right now. So I'm about to just go get my nails done. I said, yo, don't leave that crib. Yo, just chill. Just stay there. I already left. Go the fuck back home then. Why? Why you want to know? Just go home. Just go home. She get there, the flowers there, cheer her up. I didn't know she needed it, and she ended up needing it.
Yeah.
So, she was working with that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to start. I'm like, damn, I'm fucking with her. All right, let me start helping out. I start paying. First, I was giving a little bit towards her shit.
Yeah.
Feel me? Then I'm paying a little bit towards the car note. The next thing you know, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm trying to help her keep her spot. Like, all right, I'll pay the whole shit. I ended up falling on hard times essentially in this time. Not to the point where it was hard, where it was like, I can't do both.
It's comparatively hard.
Yeah, comparatively.
Yeah.
I can't do both, right? Because like shit, so I'm an entrepreneur. Shit could get slow, whatever. So long story short, she ended up, moving in with me and having to rely on me. So she had to find a way to add value, right? So she cooking 3 times a day. She cleaning she developed, which she probably would already was doing in her own place. She developed this nature of doing all of this shit because she didn't have nothing else to do. You follow me? Yeah. But in this time, she also didn't feel like enough. Cause she like, I want to help, I want to do this. And I just keep reassuring her, yo, I don't need you for that. what you doing? I'm up 15. No, I'm lying. I'm up 7 pounds, but I was trying to get up 15. My business is booming. Like literally, like my life is complete right now. I love this. But I also had to realize that every woman is just not that traditional. I'm a traditional man, but she's a mixture. She got the traditionalism in her, but she wanna work.
The modern shit too.
I got the modern shit, you know. And her working is more so for whatever I don't want to pay for. Pay for it yourself. But all of the building and responsibilities, I'm a man. So it's like, I take care of it. But it showed me what I was capable of, and it also proved to her that she can rely on a man, because she swore on an oath that she would never live with another man or rely on a man because she had trauma. God sent her, like, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you that this boy, everything he say he is. But people will be asking her, like, is he who he say he is off the internet? And she'll be like, the nigga that's talking is the person he is. Like, I'm probably like a little bit more raw and unfiltered, like probably, you know, in real life, but essentially what you see is what you get.
No,
it's not like one of them things where it's like, I'm going 50-50 behind the scenes, but I'm acting like I'm this person. No, like, it was times where I feed them before I feed myself if shit's hard. Because I take pride in my duties.
That is real shit, bro.
So reassure your woman, man. Don't get, I'm sorry, I went all.
No, hell no.
But don't. That's what they need. They need that constant reassurance and making them feel like they're enough. And if you take it out of her mind that finances make y'all equal and make her enough, then she'll take it out of her mind that finances make y'all equal and make her enough. She just want to feel valued and appreciated and reassured that even if you're paying for everything, you look at her and respect her for what she adds to the team. And
because a lot of niggas, if they paying for everything. And that's why I mean, like a lot of women be talking about the 50-50 shit, but a lot of women don't understand that most men who have it enough to pay for everything are very egotistical. And if I'm paying, not me personally, but if most dudes are paying for everything, you're gonna listen to what the fuck I say.
But again, to your point, that's less about paying and more about role.
Role, yeah.
And I believe in roles. That I don't think that's paying. I think the audacity of me paying for everything makes me feel crazy when you're talking to me crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the reason why you should listen to me. I think it's the role. But what you're saying is correct.
Yeah. All right, so tell me your the thing that you don't like about men right now.
I told you, for when I feel like they too argumentative, I just say about me, like yourself. I'm like, nigga, I ain't never saying like that. That's why the process, like, nigga, I ain't say you my dog. Why would I? No, you said men. But no, I think that when it comes to accountability, men need to go back to being men. And what I mean by that is, it's like, somebody trying to break in this bitch? Oh, all right. Shit. Yeah, so when men have to understand that we have duties. Take pride in your duties. Don't try to split the responsibility. Don't try to get away from it. Don't try to find women to handle your responsibility for you. Just, go back to taking pride in being a man, or don't complain about the lack of respect that you don't get from a woman.
Facts.
It's not just a financial thing, because if we take money out the equation, it's still roles and it's still duties, it's still responsibilities. Just handle your responsibilities. I don't like the fact that I feel like the modern times that we live in now is, I feel like, man.
Now say that shit, bro.
Improper representation of manhood. Like, the men that gets the spotlight of what manhood is not even the men that's really in a day-to-day life really carrying it.
That's
like,
true.
You know why I like me and my platform? Because I really am like, I'm not an average person because my mindset not even average.
Yeah.
But I'm an everyday dad. I'm an everyday boyfriend until I become an everyday husband. I argue with my girl. I curse her out. She cursed me out.
You get real shit.
And what I say that to say is, there's more niggas out here living like me than living like what society tries to portray. Yes, I've strived to pay all the bills, but I have not no pride to say, baby, I need help this month. I don't even call my girl baby.
You feel me?
No, I don't do the pet names. It's weird. Just not my thing.
You do the pet names? You know what?
I'm gonna tell you, but let me finish.
I always found that. Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna tell you,
let me
land the plane. But in a nutshell, it's like, basically, it's like, damn, where was I going? I was talking about, all right, yeah. I say that to say, so I feel like men now are striving to be 1%ers, not even digging that. The 1% that they striving to be is not even the type of man that you want to be. And I'm not talking about...
That shit is lonely, bro.
It's like not even that. I'm not talking about, when I say 1%, I'm not talking about from a financial standpoint.
Okay.
I'm talking about from like, men are now taking guidance on how to deal with women from women. And you're not...
Which is crazy.
That's like asking...
It's asking a deer. It's like a lion asking a deer, how should it catch it?
100%. And essentially, that's true. That's a good analogy. And that's just like asking a kid what they want for Christmas. They're going to give you their wish list with no idea on how you're going to make it happen. But if you just as a parent show up with shit, the kid's got two options. Be grateful or be ungrateful.
Yeah.
If you start operating from that sense as a man, you become more empowered when you're dealing with a woman because she don't have to settle, but neither you don't have to jump up unless you want to rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
And a lot of men feel inadequate and they're like, he want to go to five. I'm tired of hearing about first date. Like, motherfuckers is not even getting, like, can we get past the fucking first date?
They not even getting these dates.
Like, fuck getting a date. Motherfuckers is not even getting to the relationship.
Yeah.
So many people just keep talking about what to do on the first date, what to not to do. The dating pool has rabies and piss in it. Motherfuckers
You said
is not
rabies?
even getting to, that's what somebody said on one of my videos. They said, we love you and how you speak on relationships because you showed us that there's hope because the dating pool has rabies in it. But the fact of the matter is,
that's crazy.
People are not even getting past the dating phase because they keep talking about it. Talk about the relationship phase. You know why I like this conversation? Because although we talked about relationships, we actually talked about being in relationships.
Yeah.
Shit that we actually go through with our women versus us just talking about what women should do, what they shouldn't do. And it's like, men are trying to lead from outside the house. Nigga, go in the crib and become a man in the house. See, because there's a big difference between a woman having a man in the house and being the man of the house. Being a man in the house is she pays some of the bills or all the bills. She got most of the say or some of the say. She do this, do that, and you're just there, nigga. Yeah. It's just a man in the house. Being a man of the house means you are the head of the household, but she is rightfully your companion who plays her role, who has a contribution that's very much valuable and appreciated, but everybody understands their position, and you are the one that if the ship sinks, you're willing to take full accountability for your lack of good leadership.
Let me ask you a question, though. Do you truly believe most women today under 30 want a man of the house?
Fuck no. I truly believe they like that. I think that women view men like build a nigga. Yeah. And what I mean is they want to take this from that nigga. They want his sex, his money, his personality, his height, his complexion, his hair texture, his family structure, and him with no trauma. Yeah. And they wanted to come in you.
Build a whole, They
want to build a nigga.
But
and when they, hold on, so this is what, because you talked about, when you talked about that directorship with the movie.
Yeah.
When they get with a man and they realize that men are human beings, and like, because you got to think, when you ever see women talk about relationships, there's always the idea of the mood. Oh yeah, I can't wait, me and my man, and what we gonna do, as if when they get with a nigga, they just gonna say, nigga, wear this, go here, do this, do that, don't say this, don't say that, don't fuck with that bitch, don't talk to that ex, don't do this, and we good. Yeah. And when they get with a man, they realize like this nigga has his own fucking brain, his own personality, his own behavior, his own actions. They like, oh nah, I ain't know that it came with other shit. It's like, nah, like, whereas though when we deal with women, we understand, like, I want you to carry yourself like this, move like this, but I know it's gonna come with this, that, and the third. So we understand the but that proceeds everything that we want. And I feel like they feel like they want, I mean, we talking about women here.
Oh, you're right, touche, but it was still a little.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I feel like we understand that everything after the but, that we say but, we have to take. They understand, I mean, they feel like everything before the but is what they want.
It's what they want, yeah.
So it's like, once they say, but he only make this, but he only this tall, but they don't want to deal with none of that. But if it's like, yeah, he this, that's all they want. So to go back to you saying, do you feel like they want a man in the house? No, because a man in the house is very much similar to a father figure. Mm-hmm. And the reason why sometimes I feel like niggas who are protectors, even at the highest extent, still get cheated on, because if a woman starts to feel like you're controlling her, she's going to seek freedom. Yeah. And what tends to happen is a man who adds no value to her life but offers a fun experience gets to access her in that way because she's using him to relieve herself of you.
Facts.
You follow what I'm saying?
I remember being that guy.
So it's like you are going up above and beyond to protect and provide, and you're like, hey, listen, I'm not trying to control you, but I don't want you to be in this particular area because they shoot at night, and I don't even go over there, so I wouldn't want my woman over there. And she like, he don't want me clubbing, he don't want me around my friends, but he just see the bigger picture, so she now starts to rebel. Who does that? Children to their parents. Mm-hmm. So again, when I say you always got to compare, when you're trying to talk to a woman, you always got to put her in the perspective of being a mom, because that's when she'll understand why she's telling her kid not to go in certain places at certain times to do certain things. Right. She'll understand it from your perspective. And I always tell women that you don't have to agree with us. Just accept or respect it. Yeah. Or reject it. Because it is that option. You could just say, I'm not dealing with it. But if you just choose to dismiss it and try to say that it's not valid and it shouldn't be thought and shouldn't be said, now you are trying to stop us from being men. So I don't feel like they want a man in the house. They just want, I don't think they want a man of the house. They just want a man in the house. They want a boy toy. And when they get with, like, even
with the benefits of having a man in the house without any of the responsibilities.
Yeah, because they're willing to even take care of the man that's in the house. Mm-hmm. And then because they're like, you know what? That's why most of the time they'll deal with a man that's in jail. because it's that sense of security when they know he ain't going nowhere. He need me.
That's crazy. How long was you in jail?
Nigga, I did a couple days, nothing crazy.
Oh, but I only did 2 days too.
No, I did more than that, but I'm just saying it wasn't. I ain't about to say like I did a bid, like it stretched between. If you totaled it up, it was over a couple months. It was a couple months.
It always fascinated me,
and it wasn't like direct time. I was doing like little 3-4 days like skits, stints, like
It always baffled me how many women be getting got from prison niggas.
They don't get got though. They choose it.
Facts. You know what? You're right, because I always say everybody has a choice. Yeah. How many times women choose these niggas? I'd be like, yo, what the fuck was you looking for?
No, so like, again, it's reassurance. It's the fact like that.
He's not going nowhere.
A woman is more likely to take care of a nigga in jail than a nigga in college.
That is wild.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're right.
Why? Because
there's
no women in jail.
It's definitely no women in jail. But that ain't true too. That ain't true either.
Hold on, look, we ain't even got to go there. Let's keep it here. There's no women in jail, so to them, it's no competition.
Yeah.
The man is fully relying on them. He's calling. He's saying everything. He's truly invested emotionally. His attention is completely dedicated to them. He got 15 minutes. He can't dedicate that to all of the chicks that he wants.
Facts.
So, and she understands that he needs her. So if she catch him doing anything, she could cut off his water.
Facts.
And college is not like that. It's other women that's doing the same type of shit that has a promising future or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, so they are choosing security. They're not choosing to get got, they're choosing security. Yeah. They're choosing stability. And again, if you make your woman feel needed in a good enough way, she won't operate from insecurity. Like, I make sure, now granted, I do mold my woman.
Granted. Get your packages.
Make sure I granted, I'm about 3 times in a day with that. Granted, I do, have some constructive criticism that I give my lady to make her better.
Of course.
But I also make sure that I make her understand that I love certain things, because if she feel that appreciation, you gotta think, what your water gonna grow? You either gonna water your garden or you gonna piss in your garden.
Facts.
They both liquids, but they're gonna have 2 completely different effects. If all you doing is tearing your woman down every day, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this, you don't do that, eventually she's gonna become more insecure. Her thoughts are gonna start to wander. She's gonna start to think that you're doing more than what you're doing outside if you ain't doing nothing. And then she's now becomes susceptible to the praises of another man.
Yeah.
But if you water your woman, then she wants to grow in that area, because what you feed grows. So if I feed the fact that my woman is a great cook, she wants to cook for me more. If I feed the fact that I love our sex and our chemistry, she wants to have more sex.
Facts.
But if I'm sitting here feeding the fact that I don't like the shit she's doing, it's not to say that she's gonna do more of it, but it's just gonna turn her away from being.
Facts.
You feel me? So,
but you know what? I feel like it's more important for women to do that.
No,
I'm gonna tell you.
Listen, I swear, bro, you're 100% right. And normally when I say that same example, I say it to women, but we was talking about men, so I reversed.
Where the fuck my phone at?
Probably on the charger. Speaking of phones, I need mine.
Yeah.
But where we at? What we looking like?
Oh, we at an hour and 10. We can wrap it up in a second.
No, I'm fucking with it. But no, let's go ahead.
Is that my phone right there?
Is the sweet spot off there.
Is that yours?
You can keep it. I want to get
fuck it. I was gonna read you a text my girl said. I'll try to do it, but when I woke up this morning, because she's not here right now, all right? And she knew my goals for the podcast shit. And when I woke up, sent a text, she was like, "Baby, you the most amazing. Anything that you put your mind to, you can do it, and you're probably gonna do it 10 times better than you ever thought." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew my goals, what I was trying to do today, and it was just like, yo, that encouragement, nigga. I was on a high all day.
Nigga, I was about to say you came out to conquer today.
You feel me?
Yo,
and we did. You know what I'm saying? Everything we wanted to do, we got.
I had a really productive day.
And
shout out to Stormy.
That shit is the most important. Like, that encouragement is more important than any other verbal aspect.
You know what you just said though? I'm glad you used a key word.
Yeah.
When I was referring to women, I use reassurance. Mm-hmm. And referring to men is not reassurance. It's
encouragement.
But it's the same concept, same dynamic, same approach.
Yeah.
But we want it for 2 different reasons, going back to the intent. Mm-hmm. We want it because it encourages us. We want to feel like we are believed in. We want to feel like y'all know that we're capable of conquering the world.
Yeah.
And for them, they want to make sure that they secure within their position.
Exactly.
So they need the reassurance. So I'm glad that you plugged in that word, because that's essentially what ties the two.
Yeah. Now, fuck it, nigga. It's your turn. You ask me a question. This nigga have all the podcasts too. This nigga, you see how much this nigga could talk. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's one of the greatest podcasters ever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay Hill too. One of the greatest podcasters ever. You know what I'm saying?
We got Mogul Leem in the
one
back.
Of the goats.
On the camera.
Shout out. Hey, y'all, first of all, sidebar, man. Y'all should have seen this motherfucker on stage today. Bro. Jay Hill really had me, like he was really cooking. And all he did was ask questions.
No, but listen, you know
what I'm saying?
And I'm glad he right here while I'm saying it, because I swear, like, when me and Hill had a podcast called Trading Thoughts, and I tried to explain that, I'm like, I don't know, like, it's like he got an art to interviewing.
Yeah, fact.
Like, and it's like, to him, it's probably just natural. Like, people always say, yo, you be popping your shit. They say that to me.
Yeah.
By me, I'm just talking. But seeing the greatness in somebody else, like, this nigga really got an art to that shit because...
Bro.
And then when you try to interview and you see how he pivot in his pockets with his questions and how he know how to create a
Bro, I'm gonna do that shit too. Like,
He know how
you
to
be trying to
extract the
go
moment.
somewhere with it, but this nigga, I feel like he Jedi mind fucks you to go where he wants you to go.
But
Yeah.
listen, when I was off camera behind the scenes today watching him create a moment,
Yeah.
it was even doper because like my homie lean back there, he'd be like, yo, if you always know how to navigate around when a motherfucker try to corner you. I was like, man, that came from filming with Hill.
Fact.
Because he's so good at extracting moments, he might take you in the direction of a convo you wasn't even prepared to go.
Real shit.
So it's like, some niggas get offended by that because it might seem like, damn, this motherfucker just made me talk about something I wasn't ready to talk about. But it's so organic in the sense to where it's like, that shit of art, where it's like, if you recognize, you like seeing Picasso at work.
No,
you know, I always like the motherfucker give my dog his flowers for that.
Which is amazing for us, bro.
On top of the fact that he dropped his gems too.
No, facts. I feel like we in the most amazing podcast space.
Appreciate it.
When it comes like you know what I'm saying, the people we got around us. We was talking today, like I feel like we the freshmen.
100% freshman.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we the freshmen.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, we just getting here.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's why going to that knowledge and philosophy is like, I like coming out here for that reason because I see niggas that's doing their thing and I look at them like they seniors and you know, it's like, all right, cool. Like, you've been a freshman before. You know how it is. You've been to college. You know, them niggas got all the young bitches. You know, they got everything you want, but it ain't your turn. But you can still be a lit-ass freshman. You can have a relationship with the seniors. The seniors can mentor. They can tell you what to do, what not to do while you navigate. But eventually, you become a senior too. And when you become a senior now, it's your time to get your shit off. And because we freshmen, we fresh faces. So nobody not burnt out with us yet.
Yeah.
So we still got opportunity to make so many first impressions.
It's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
It be bad. Yeah, so many people don't know who we are. There's a lot of people who know who we are, but there's so many people who don't know who we are.
Shit, I
but
love that shit.
It's your turn, nigga. Ask me a question that baffles me. I want it to be like a hard to answer question.
A hard what?
I want it to be hard for me to answer.
Oh, I would say pause, nigga.
I said hard to answer
I hear
question.
you got your volume went down. You turned your volume from 10 to 2.
My bad. You know when those trigger words happen, when
No,
the
I got
pause
you.
trigger
So,
words, you gotta make sure your sentence structure is straight.
Yeah, no, for sure. We could, all right, yeah, we could pause on a pause for now. So a question, a question that'd be challenging for you to answer. So what do you feel like, as a man dating a woman that make money to you, are you intimidated by your woman in any capacity?
Hell no. What the fuck? It's
So,
my girl.
But social media says that you and people in your position are intimidated.
I think that a lot of men would be, but I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I'm capable of. I know all the plans. Man, I'm a nigga from Greenville, North Carolina, bro. There's a fucking tobacco field and cotton field behind my house, bro. I come from nothing. I know I planned my way here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I've gotten, I've had to take, you know what I'm saying? Like, hard choices and hard decisions.
Yeah.
And have to give up a lot of shit
Yeah, sacrifice.
to get here.
Yeah.
I know how far I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever way possible.
Yeah.
And having my girl, it don't really bother me because I'm gonna be bigger than her.
All right, so let's talk real quick. So
Yeah.
what about you the leader of the house, you have
Goddamn right.
responsibilities. So what about you telling her not to spend her money on something that you don't see fit? How that work?
I don't believe she'll do it, but I'll have to have a good reason. Like with my girl, because she is successful, I can't just willy-nilly come up with things. Like, which is I enjoy that because it makes me have to be a better leader.
So I like what you're saying, but I want you to elaborate for the people that might need context.
Yeah, I have to be a better leader because my girl she can go do whatever the fuck she want by herself, right? So for her to have to put herself in a lower position, and not a lower position as in just totem pole, hierarchy.
I mean, it's roles, bro.
It's roles.
Hierarchy.
You know what I'm saying? For her to have to choose that, because it's more of a choice for her than it is for a lot of women. For her to have to choose that, I have to constantly provide value.
So I like the concept, but I still want more context because you say you can't be willy-nilly. What is willy-nilly?
Yeah, I can't just have a happenstance. Like I can't just come up with some shit and it just be.
It gotta make sense.
It has to. Not only does it make sense, I have to have a reason, and the reason needs to be a reason that she can get with. And typically,
does she have to approve
trust
of the
me,
reason?
they ain't have to, well, she has to choose it. She has to choose not to do it.
No, I mean approve.
No, it can't be approved because I'm telling her not to do it.
No, I'm saying like,
You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. So, do you think that just do is due to every woman? And let me add context to the question, because what you're saying, I don't think has anything to do with the success of a woman or the fact that she makes more than you.
No,
more so just the role and guidance from a man.
I believe it's a role and guidance from a man, but I believe it's also her intellect.
So you saying that if it's not a woman that's not her, you don't got to explain yourself as to why you telling her she shouldn't do something?
It's women I didn't have to. It just did it. But
They
her intellect.
They didn't require it.
Yeah, her intellect is higher.
So it requires. It's not that anything changes. It's just that because she's smart.
Yeah.
You have to come and lay out the facts of what it looks like. Because
of course.
I get it.
Because she can do that by herself.
Got it. No, I know.
And not only that too.
That makes sense.
With that intellect, those are typically the women who get money. She's smart enough to go out and figure out a way to, you know what I'm saying, to get herself to where she's at.
Yeah.
So I would say that it's not even the money, it's the mannerisms that come with people who are able to get this amount of money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I get that. I think it was funny, one of the questions they asked me today was like something about money and how it affects relationships. But I feel like all money aside, the roles are still the roles.
Yeah, it's roles to the roles.
And I do see how the mindset can be shifted depending on financial success and success or lack of it. So when you broke it down, it makes sense. And now that you gave it context, I understand when you say I can't just come off willy-nilly. Meaning he just can't say, yo, don't do this. Now, granted, me as a man, I would want to just be able to say, "Don't do this."
Yeah, I want that.
But I don't care how I don't care how successful you is, because I feel like if I'm saying don't do it and you trust me, then you would know that I did my due diligence.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't always gotta run the blueprint out to you for you to approve.
But it's certain things. Like if I be like, "Nah, you're not wearing that today."
Yeah,
it's not getting put on.
Right.
And it's not even the fact that I'm trying to control you doing anything.
Hey, what if it's like, don't go buy that $5,000 Chanel bag?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, because I'm like, yo, you know our goals, you know this shit, blah, 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 blah. You know what we're trying to do.
So you express it, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's due to any woman too, though.
I believe most women are like that, but at the same time.
But you said they didn't require it. I like that you said that, because that's another thing men will rise to the equation if it's required of them.
And now, one other thing I want to say about that too is I feel like a lot of men can't handle it because they don't believe in themselves.
No, that's a fact.
Like I believe in me.
That's a fact.
I know for a motherfucking fact I'm gonna have more money than my girl.
Yeah. No, and it's not even that. So let's clear it up. It's not even that you aim to do that, but you just know that you haven't reached where you at.
Yeah.
And you are already naturally in a provision and leader role, and you just feel like eventually it will take its course because you have a vision. So it's not like it's even about having more than her. It's just about knowing that you're not where you reach your peak.
Yeah.
And that's shout out to her for being in this situation and seeing your potential.
Right.
Because I feel like one thing I will say that, and we could come close to landing a plane in total with, I feel like one thing I'm not mad at women for is, back in the day, a lot of women used to really invest in a potential. Mm-hmm. Now, where women have realized is, I don't gotta wait for a nigga to get rich. I could just find one that's rich already.
Well, let me give you some pushback.
Let me finish. Hold on, let me make the whole point.
Touche.
I'm not saying that I agree with it.
Yeah.
I'm saying I respect it, because not everybody fulfills their potential.
That's true. Most people don't.
A nigga could have a potential to be the president of the United States. And this is where you see a bunch of women overly invested to, oh, he could be this and that. And next thing you know, she printing out posters, she trying to run his campaign. And next thing you know, when it's all said and done, he still ain't did nothing. She feel like she wasting her time.
Yeah.
So it's like, that was their potential. But it's one thing for a woman to see a man that has potential and he's actually operating in that potential. He ain't reached it yet, but he's showing signs of progression, and she's rocking with him.
Yeah.
Because if a woman is already successful, she can just choose somebody that's already successful.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean when I say I don't necessarily agree with it having to be that way, but I respect them for saying, you know what, I'm not waiting on potential. The reason I don't agree with it, because then I'm gonna pass it to you and I'm done.
Yeah.
The reason I don't agree with it is because who we become through the process is how we choose our woman.
Facts.
So if a woman tries to choose us by the time we already have it, we never gonna trust them. So we almost need that woman.
There's no point of me having if I had to go all the way here by myself, there's no point
of me, because my whole point was needing to help me. But some women can help you go from 1 million to 10, from 10 to 100. So it's still room for growth. But the fact of the matter is, for women, y'all need to understand that, y'all can roll the dice and say, you know what, I'm going to choose a nigga that's already there, but understand that nigga 9 times out of 10 won't.
Wait, hold on. Let me, and this is where I want to put some pushback. And I guess it's not really, after you explain this, it's not really pushback on that.
It's just more insight.
But it's more insight. A lot of women don't understand how they actually rank and stack up to men. So a lot of women, you might need to be with this motherfucker with potential because you don't qualify for a man who's already got it.
Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I don't even speak to the unqualified, whether man or woman. Like, I don't speak to a man that don't operate like me. Like, if this nigga is abusive, manipulative,
of course,
domestic, a deadbeat, I don't speak to that crowd. For the woman that's delusional and thinks that she deserves this, I don't speak to her. I'm talking about the woman that has the
fucking
qualifications.
I'm joking. Nah, but no, the reason why I say it is because a lot of women don't know.
But I agree, they be
delusional. They don't know. No, they don't know what they qualify for.
Because if you ask a kid what they want for Christmas, they're going to tell you everything things they can't afford.
Yeah.
I want a car. I want this. I want a laptop.
But ask a kids who understand they're poor.
And they truly understand they'll say, whatever you get for me, I'm grateful.
Exactly.
100%. But again, it's a sense of delusion.
Yeah, it's true.
Ask a kid that just appreciate their parents for what they do, whether they not poor and they just grateful in general.
You gonna say
they just gonna say whatever you get for
you feel me?
But 95% of our children are not the fuckers. Why? Right. Because they don't know the value of shit because they don't have to pay for it. Bet. So if you ask a woman where she wanna go, she gonna tell you where she wants to go. Mm-hmm. You ask a woman where she can afford to go, that's a different question. And I'm not saying you should ask that. Sheesh. I'm just telling you that's a different question. Most of the time a man be like, where do you want to go? She wants to go to Dubai or Bora Bora. Where have you been is a more appropriate question.
Yeah.
Because now I know your level. It's like I always say, unless I'm just bossing up, I don't take a chick that shop at Forever 21 and turn her into a Gucci monster or Chanel. Not because I can't, but because I'm going to date you at your level gradually until you show me that you're worth
bringing up to this one.
And even in my relationship, like, my girl hear about some of the stuff I've done. Like, I'm the bag buyer. I bought cars. I bought dogs. I bought girls' guns. I bought everything.
Yeah.
And I be trying to explain to my girl.
You a trick?
I mean, I'm a spender. I ain't gonna say I'm a trick though.
Okay. Tell me the definition of trick then.
I feel like a trick do it to get pussy. I do it because it's player. Like, I want you to have this shit because I want to say I did it. I want to take you here because I want you to experience it. Where you never been, I want to be the first nigga that took you and did some shit you never did before. Why? Because I'm for creating experiences and memories. And whenever you walk in this motherfucker, I want you to think of me. That's why I do it. I don't do it for pussy. And if you give me some pussy at the end of it, that's just because I'm player, not because I'm tricking. But what I was trying to explain to my girl, what the difference is, no girl I've ever dealt with has ever got 100% of their bills paid for. No girl I've dealt with has ever had me in this capacity. So yeah, I might have bought a $2,000 Dior saddle bag.
That's true.
A Louis bag. Yeah, I might have bought a bag or two.
But I ain't never bought a bag,
I might have bought this and that. But that I pay thousands of dollars a month in rent alone for you to not have to worry.
Exactly.
And it's like, you gonna get your bags too, but just understand that you already got the max, what they were chasing that they never got, you got already.
See, I never, this is literally the first relationship where, you know what I'm saying, I do that.
Yeah, that's thorough.
But I've never bought a girl a bag.
I did.
I'm so anti-tricking, bro.
It's not, so again, if you do it to get the pussy, it's tricking.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Because it's transactional.
Yeah.
That's what if you are literally, I fuck you for these sad items, that's tricking. Yeah. But I don't do it for that. I do it because it's player. It's like, it's strategic. A woman don't call me and say, I need $400 to get my hair done. No, I call her and say, how much your hair costs to get done? Because it's player.
I'm not gonna say it's not play. I believe there's different type of plays.
Because anyone, a trick or do that shit for any chick.
Facts.
I'm not doing bitches. I agree. My language. They be lame. I'm not doing it for no lame chick.
No, I feel you.
Like that shit there, and it's like, I wish that me and my girl dated longer so I could have did a little bit more player shit before having to take on the responsibilities. But I feel like God showed me the type of man I needed to be in a provisionary role, so that now where I'm at, even in my business, like my girl already know what's up. Like she know, like she gonna get everything, and even she already do. Like I already surprised her with shit, but I just didn't get around to the super duper material shit yet.
I can't do it, bro. But see, so for my girl,
And I'm glad my girl not materialistic.
anything she wants, my girl's not
For the most
materialistic.
part. Like
she likes experience.
It, she love it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say it makes or defines her.
Yeah, she likes my girl likes experience.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like you plan a picnic on the rooftop of your crib.
You know what I'm saying?
You get more love for that than
if I were to go out and get her a Chanel.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna look at them like, all right,
crazy.
cool. But nah, I think, and it might be where I'm from originally. You know, it might be some North Carolina shit. I always look, you know what it is? Damn, I never said this on the podcast. Hope my mama ain't watching. I've watched my mom not fuck dudes, and they gave her money.
That's tricking. Well, not tricking. That's
She
pimping.
wasn't fucking them.
She was pimping.
She wasn't fucking them. They liked her. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I knew the dude she fucked. I'm home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what it did to me though was for me to look at those dudes, look at my dad, look at my uncle, look at other dudes, and compare them and be like, well, I'm never
100%.
gonna be like this dumbass nigga.
Yeah, but again, I think you gotta because I had those fear, right? We talking about being a nigga that where your chick cheating on you, and I was saying my chick, it could be a reflection of me, but only while she attached to me. The moment I get rid of her, she just an ex.
It's just an
Give
ex.
fuck what you do. You know, niggas are trying to fuck on your ex just to be of status with you. Oh
I agree.
I fucked such an old chick.
Niggas try to fuck on your girl to be a status.
100%.
Hell yeah.
But the moment I detach from her, you're no longer on my level no more. And all she did was prove to me that she wasn't on my level. So instead of me allowing to carry that with myself for the rest of my life that you got one up, I'm going to just detach from her total.
Yeah.
And nigga, no, she just proved that she was on your level and
your
not
shit.
mine.
Yeah, take
and
it.
I say all that to say, to get back to it, you got to empower yourself where you know that I'm so much that nigga that is like, if you do that, that's on you. It's not one of them things where it's on me. Yeah. And if you really understand that, that's why I say women don't call me and be like, oh, I need you to send me this and pay for this. I'm out to lunch with my girls and I want you to. I never got pulled up on.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
You know how girls call you to a tab?
Bro?
I don't get play. Women know. You know what I love about women? They know who to play with, who not to
And
play with.
I ain't never.
I don't get
you don't
played with.
even.
I don't get toyed with. So I can spend money and not worry about the ramifications of how they view it because they're going to be so grateful for the fact that I'm so inquisitive that I'm going to do it my way. Meaning, one of the things that my girl said about me, she said, yo, you always ask me questions that I never been asked before. Something as simple as like, yo, man, look, what's 50 things you never did that you always wanted to do, right? What you mean by that? Anything, whether it's traveling, whether it's this, whether it's that.
Write that shit down.
She sent me a shared note.
Yeah.
Through our dating experiences, I'm Xing out shit on the list. She don't know when. She don't know why. She told me she leaving the dentist one day. I rode past this restaurant like it's so cute. Guess where we go 6 months in
like that, yeah.
So it's like,
so I'm like that too. Like
so
my girl, she went to Italy.
So when you dating, to the point. So when you're dating, I'm in control of this experience. I don't ask a girl. Well, I'm in a relationship, but I'm not asking a girl where you want to go. I'm taking you. I know on this list that you like steak, so I'm taking you to a steakhouse. You're not gonna tell me you want to go to
I only do something for a girl.
48. Eddie V's. I'm gonna take you where I want to take you. That got good steak that I want to put you on for this experience.
But I'm gonna only do something for a girl if I decide to be in a relationship with them.
That's cool. I respect it.
Before that, I just can't do it.
So
bro.
let me ask you this: don't do it for her. Do it for you. Sometimes I took girls.
It ain't for me.
I'm gonna tell you why it's for you.
Yeah.
For the experience. I go to nice restaurants. I want a +1.
Yeah.
She my +1.
But if I'm not, I'll do that. I don't mind. Dinners is cool. I'm talking about just materialist. I can't.
Paying my girl rent was something I never did before for another chick. Like, I've helped.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
I've helped, but I don't know. And I had my thing because I'm like, if she playing around with me, but you know what I had to tell myself?
You did it.
Man, you give up this deal, you dumb.
Yeah.
I'm giving out a good deal. Like, I'm a businessman.
Facts.
I'm giving out a good deal. If you you know what they say, you get a king, you shuffle the deck, you might end up with a joker.
That's true.
Go ahead and shuffle if you want. I don't gotta play those games. I don't gotta be insecure.
But for me,
if a motherfucker offering you a better deal and you take it, I'll be hurt internally, but I respect it.
See, but for
Long
me
as you
though,
don't play in my face.
If I ain't decided to exclusively be with you, I just want some pussy.
Yeah, but
I don't feel like I have. Not even have
not
to.
saying that
I'm gonna choose my words wisely.
You know.
Yeah, this is if I'm single. This is if we single.
You say that on the record. You say what?
This is if we were single. When I was single, if I didn't want to exclusively be with the woman, I just want to fuck you. So the only thing that I'm gonna do is talk to you.
No, but listen, no,
that's it.
But that's just you shopping at a bargain. But if you look at it like from a nigga that got money, right? Even if you're only rich, even if you got a couple dollars, and you look at what you want to do, you look at it differently. Like I never did for a woman what I didn't want to do. Like,
okay, that makes sense.
I never did what never in life have I. So if I bought a bag, I wanted to buy the bag.
Yeah.
If I bought a car, I wanted to buy the car. If I paid for a deposit on your apartment, I wanted to be a part of that.
No, and I feel you.
Because listen,
but I'm interested in that because I've never wanted to do that.
But hear me, you said you like create experiences.
Yeah.
What better way to create a memory for her that every time she know the person that paid her first, last, and security to get in her apartment was you. I don't give a fuck if when I'm done, you start fucking with other niggas in that apartment. I don't care. I'm still tethered to that experience.
Nah,
because I know that it's an investment nonetheless.
Yeah.
It don't gotta. It's only for me. It's only lame if you're fucking with other people. Because we don't gotta be exclusive. But if I'm paying more, and it's not my choice, I'm out.
Yeah.
But if it's sometimes you might have to boss up. A chick might be dealing with a motherfucker and you want her, and you gotta boss up and you gotta go a little harder to show her that you play at a different level. It's levels. Niggas play at higher levels.
That's real shit.
It's levels.
I seen it. It's real shit.
It's levels. Nigga might.
The most I do.
With a jet don't mean he trying to impress her. That might just be the level he at. And ooh, Sean, let me end it there. That's what I'm trying to say. I never went above where I was at to impress a chick.
Yeah.
So it was times where I only had enough for the movies, and I made sure that was a hell of a movie experience. It was times I used to take chicks on dates and we would steal the snacks together. And that was our experience.
Right.
They remember that. Like when we were reminiscing, remember we snuck in the movies and we stole the snacks? I made it seem cool that we out here doing dumb shit. Feel me? But then when I got a little bit more money, I was like, all right, now I want to do this. So I don't date above my means. So that's why I don't feel it.
I date way under my means.
Yeah, so I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying?
But I do that because I truly, it's not even about being taken advantage of. It's not even about the woman.
Yeah.
It's just, if I'm by myself, bro, you know what I do on a regular day? And if I get to pick my day, nigga, I'm probably gonna smoke a blunt. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna play the game.
Real shit.
Nigga, I'm gonna play the game.
Get the game in.
I'm gonna fucking work on my craft, come up with some business plans, and fucking get some good sleep in. Like if I go eat, nigga, I'm gonna go to fucking, you see what we want to do. I'm gonna go to Hooters and get me some fucking chicken strips.
Get some wings, some fries.
I guess I'm probably just a more basic
But no,
guy.
but the thing is though, you can, remember, training and programming.
Yeah.
Literally, you can literally program your woman to like your experiences based on a vibe that's set.
That's true.
So if you have I'm a conversationalist.
Me too.
I have great conversations. So a lot of times my best dates was free. And
all my best dates are free.
You feel me? Wonder why they was the best to me, more so because it was free. And then for them, it was always like the organic experience of not them. Sometimes if you take a chick on an expensive date, she sometimes might feel like you're entitled to thinking that you want something. And then for two, she might feel like she got to live up to the experience.
Yeah,
and
motherfucker, I do.
But if it's something where it's a cheap date, then y'all just there for genuine vibes, you know. So it's it's just looking at it like this, man. Don't date above your means, and to take control of the dating world as a man and be the leader in it. Ask questions about how a woman thinks and what she likes and what she dislikes, but make the plans on your own. And ultimately, she'll always respect you, even if she don't date no more. So I don't look back at none of the situations where I was like, no, who got over on me? 2 times. One time I gave a chick $100 when I was 18. I let one of my homies convince me. I ain't gonna say she got over on me, but it was just I wasn't a fan of what she did with my $100. So from that day on, I just never gave a girl.
What she fucking do with the $100?
I'm not at liberty to say. But I just wasn't a fan of how she invested my money and who she invested it into. But ultimately, that made me not give a woman cash. So now I just pay.
I am.
So you said I'll pay the invoice.
Bet.
Then the second thing was
yeah.
I realized that I tried to be thorough one time. Remember I said I don't do what I don't want to do?
Yeah.
So I was in Miami, right? And this was an influencer chick too. She know who the fuck she is. And she was just I didn't realize she ran the game on me because I was trying to be thorough. So I'm I'm out Miami or whatever. So we going link or whatever. And she just telling me, she ain't even mean to send a message to me, texting probably another nigga.
Damn.
Right? So she something happened with her car while she was at the restaurant, whatever the case may be, and they took more money, so she was stressing about it. So I say what I said, she got smart with me, right? So I said, yo, who you talking to, whatever. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, that wasn't even meant for you. Cool, even if it was just game that it was meant for me and she just realized I wasn't going for it. I say, huh, man, I sent her some money, I'm out Miami, I just sent her a couple $100.
Yeah.
And that was cool, you feel me, it was respected. We link up the next day. We go to motherfucker. She she got her sister and her other friend with me. They all bad too, essentially. You know what I mean? And it's go to Sephora with us real quick. So I'm down peeping what's going on. Yeah, okay, I go in that joint, I sit by the door. She walking up to the door, what you think about this? What you think about that? You trying to run game on me. I peep it. So here I am trying to be thorough, thinking you run out of money out here. I'm saving the day, because a nigga love to save the day. I love to save the day. I think these couple $100 about to save the day whole time. You just running your movie. So I respected the game, but at the same time, that was probably the only 2 times where I was like, yeah, I feel you.
And I like me. I've done shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done shit. I've never cashed a girl out. Like just sent her some bread. Like you know what I'm saying? I had this chick that I was hitting one time. Like asked me for $30 to get home, and I was like, well, what happened when you got there? How did you get there?
That's crazy.
No real shit. How the fuck did you end up in this position? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing it, bro. Nah, you gotta figure that out. You have to figure that out.
Just trying to fuck, he meant that shit.
Nah, real shit. Unless I want to be with you and invest, because I view women as investments.
I'm really just trying to fuck.
Yeah, I view women as investments. Like I wanted to invest in my woman.
But again, we're gonna land a plane. But I'm fucking with the convo, so we're gonna have to run it back. But investment, you gotta look at it from a long-term standpoint of, what do you seek to gain, not what you give.
I know exactly what I seek.
So if you just dealing with chicks that you only want to fuck, then that means you being shallow.
Yeah, okay,
and I'm gonna
cool.
hold you accountable for that.
I'm okay with that.
Because I'm not saying you gotta want to marry every woman you deal with.
Yeah, only want to marry one woman.
When you said pussy is not enough in the beginning, when you want to co-author that book.
That's why. How you think I got it?
But what I'm saying is, at the same time, but you only targeting them for pussy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know until I get the pussy.
Well, I say
and then that's it.
I say you never. I always tell women, it's sad to say.
No, we don't know
who a nigga is
until after he fucks you.
The investment does not count until after he fucked.
Fact.
I don't give a fuck how many dates y'all went on, how many late night phone calls, none of that. And what's fucked up is women start the clock from the time they give you their number.
Yeah.
Men start the clock at the moment.
I need post nut clarity to kick in so I can see how I feel about this.
And it's like, I might fuck with you, but I don't fuck with you like that. And I talk, for me, it's when a woman need help. That's when I know how much I fuck with her. Because I love to say today. If I don't want to come say today,
I do it like my female friends who like really like.
No, that's different. I'm
my friends,
strictly.
I was pay money for them
before
I would do it with a girl that I was just.
You got some trauma, bro. You don't want to look like the lame so bad that.
It ain't about looking like a lame. I just generally don't want to do it. I don't give a. First of all,
the reason I say that is because you said it in the beginning. You was like, I just don't want to end up like being that nigga that.
No, I thought those niggas was lame, and that was just about them and their mannerisms, they shit. But I understand I can get to that point.
You get what I'm saying?
So let me.
Like, I don't want to do nothing for them.
Let me land. It's not that I don't want to do nothing for them.
You respect your space, but
I don't feel like they deserve it.
I respect.
I don't feel like they've earned it from me.
So what
I don't know you.
Last question: what could a woman do to earn that? That's not Stormy. We hypothetically speaking, we are both in relationships.
Yeah.
In the pursuit of further engagement.
A woman could do to earn it because a couple women have in my life. You know what I'm saying? What a woman can do to earn it is actually be there for me, like actually like me for me and who I am, and then I give you whatever you want.
So to land a plane, I feel like, and this is my message to the camera, ladies, I know that is often y'all feel super duper offended if a man say, well, what do you bring to the table? And I personally hate the question myself. And as a man, I don't ask the question because I don't feel like it's a necessary question. But I think that what's more appropriate is, how can you add value to my life?
Yeah.
That's more so the intent behind the question. It's not asking, like, it's not a measuring contest on who does what. It's more of a, I need to know how you can enhance what I'm already doing so we can build something better together. So the question gets taken out of context, but the context that needs to be added is, how can you add value to what I'm already doing? This is what I'm trying to do. This is who I am as a person. As you see me as a potential candidate, as somebody you're interested in, how do you plan to add value? No different than if you're in a job interview and they asking you, how do you feel you can add, or why do you want this position, or do you see it long term, or whatever the case may be? It's just not a job that's traditional, but it is a job because it comes with duty and responsibility. And as men, that's what we desire and thrive off of, handling duties and handling our responsibilities. So when we dealing with a woman, we understand that we taking on a responsibility. So we want to know, okay, for this responsibility that we taking on, what is the value that we get in exchange? It's not a measuring contest, it's a value exchange.
Exactly, and you have to provide value to me. 100%. There's plenty of niggas that give you anything for no value.
And that's why they think that they should get it.
And that's why they think they should get it for
That's
free.
why they get offended when you ask them.
And that's why when the bitch, I'm like, bitch, I don't even know you like that.
Yeah. Well,
you're not getting $30.
Thank God for the fact that you found Stormy. Because
I love my
clearly
girl.
made you a completely different version of yourself.
I swear to God, she done, bro.
Yeah,
I swear to God, she
shout out to
did.
her.
She helped me figure out things about myself that I didn't even fully understand. And she was a woman who I felt like we connected and we talked and we liked each other and loved each other.
Yeah,
and we added value to everything that we doing
I can't
together.
wait. Can I speak at the wedding?
Of course, nigga.
I can't wait to speak at the wedding.
You gonna have to, we ain't letting you do the toast.
All right, I won't.
This nigga, nobody let this nigga do the toast at his wedding. This nigga first of all, nah, bro, of course you can fucking speak about shit,
I'm doing the toast now.
Nah.
But I feel like, oh, my fault. You was coming.
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't leave it hanging on camera.
No, my bad. Yeah, no, I'm definitely doing the toast. But I'll keep it short.
Big facts.
But all in all, though, I appreciate the opportunity to share this space with you.
Nah, real shit, bro.
I appreciate the opportunity to even build. You know what I mean? You and Stormy have been extremely dope in our short but in-depth relationship that we built in a quick amount of time. And I'm excited for what the future holds. For the people that's out there, y'all can follow me at Wolf WSE on all social media platforms. Y'all can follow my podcast, the Wolf Has Spoken Podcast, on my network, wolfnetwork.wse, and it's just Wolf Network on YouTube. If y'all need any business, consulting, marketing, strategic campaigns, or help with business in general, First Step Marketing, that's my company. I am a business consultant, a certified relationship coach. And y'all can buy my books from thewolfhasspoken.com. That's Cheating and Not Cheating, and that's The Art of Accountability. Check them out, and make sure y'all go get the third leg. Support my guy Finesse and my guy Sean.
Facts. And you already know, this has been another episode of the Shut Up Sean podcast. This episode has been brought to you by Your Third Leg. Men out there, do you remember that one time where you had that one that you wanted to hit? You've been wanting this shit for fucking years, months, weeks, however long it was, and you just couldn't get right. You did not give her what you wanted to give her. That's because you didn't take your third leg. Don't make that mistake again. Go order this shit right now. All natural ingredients, made with sea moss and elderberry, plus a whole lot of other natural ingredients. Stop fucking playing and start fucking. And we out.
And that's what it is. The Wolf Has Spoken.